Hey guys, what's up? You're on the LOL carpet right now with your host, Kanika LOL, and right now we're at the 6th Annual Unstoppable Foundation. I talked to amazing, influential people like Warren Moon, to Malcolm Jamal Warner, even Sean King. Please keep tuning in to learn more about this amazing organization and keep shining on. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you're busy and people are talking to you because you're so famous. Yeah. No, but honestly though, first tell me, what does it mean? You've been involved with Unstoppable Foundation for a while now. You came last year. Yeah. And what does it mean you supporting a great cause like this? I mean, you're providing for children who are the future of our country.
Yeah.
So.
Well, education has always been a big part of my platform. And I think for the organization to really go back to the continent and help kids of the continent, that for me it's important to be part of an organization that makes that kind of impact.
Right.
Because like you said, the children are our future. Yeah. So I've always said that the time and energy that we put into young people is a valuable investment in our future. Completely.
And the fact that we're also in a room with such influential people like Warren Moon, I mean, how do you feel about that, just being in, sharing? Hollywood is kind of like coming together. They have so much, that they've gotten. It's time that we give back. So do you think that that's something that needs to be done more of? I mean, since you're like in the music industry, you're in the TV industry, what do you think of that?
Well, but I think it's important that people are lending their time and energy to things they believe in.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy for it to be trendy, to be down for a cause.
Right.
So I think what's most important is that people associate themselves with organizations that they really believe in, right. And they really feel something for.
Right. You make a very good point. It's not just doing it because for the hell of it. You're doing it because you have a strong connection with that particular place. Just talking about you just for a little bit. Your single just released, and your album's releasing soon, I think.
The EP is releasing the end of April, and then the full length I'm looking to be out by September, by fall.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about this music? Like, where you drew the influence from, and what kind of message you're spreading when you're making this music?
Sure. Well, my music,
you also just won a Grammy, right?
And I won a Grammy.
Damn, you're a roll, Malcolm.
Yeah, life is good. Life is good. Yeah. But so I'm a poet and a bass player, and my jazz funk band Miles Long. Our music is, though my television audience, though my music audience, like my television audience, is cross-generational, I would say that my core audience, music audience, is for people like myself who've grown up on hip-hop, but hip-hop doesn't necessarily speak to us like it used to, because we're no longer hip-hop's target demographic.
I was just talking about this with someone your age.
Yeah.
I've been noticing a change in it.
So my music is for people like myself who still want that, you still want that energy, you still want to bob your head, but you want sophisticated lyrics to listen to. For a lot of people in my generation, straight ahead jazz is still a little bit too heady. But, I do jazz funk, so it's got jazz overtones, but still gives you a funk and hip-hop kind of vibe.
You still can kind of move along to it and bop your head to it, but I've been hearing kind of your music, and it's very innovative. It's a very different style. Like, you're bringing back the old, but you're also kind of mixing in the new, I feel. So that's great. I love that.
Yeah, well, thank you.
And lastly, you just booked a show on 48 Hours till Monday. Yes. I mean, you've been appearing in American Horror Story and TV shows like this. Can you tell me, like, when you were on the Cosby Show till now, what did you kind of bring with you to like today's kind of production? I mean, it's so different because you were on a family sitcom, and now you're working on different genres. Do you like it? Do you want to go back to that old genre? How do you feel about as an actor?
That's a great question. It's interesting just how television has evolved, just crazy. And, one of the things that Mr. Cosby still does not get enough credit for is, I know you're too young to remember this, but when that show first came on, the sitcom genre was pretty much pronounced dead. So the three strikes that we had against us on that show was that, one, we were up against Magnum P.I., which is like the number one show at the time. Two was no one's going to watch a sitcom about an upper middle class black family. And three, sitcoms were dead. So Mr. Cosby single-handedly revived that sitcom genre. Because from the, from that Thursday night lineup. So there was Cosby, there was Family Ties, there was Cheers. So, and then, Roseanne and Home Improvement, Third Rock, so there was just so much that, that from that show revived the genre. So now that we're back to the sitcom genre is starting to, die out, it's interesting just watching, where comedy is now. The thing I'm excited about doing 48 Hours to Monday is because it's a single camera. So the comedy is different. Like Community, the comedy is very different. So I think I'm really excited to still be in the game and still be around long enough to, kind of go with the tide. Part of the thing about staying on top of your game and staying relevant is like, okay, yeah, you got to see what's going on and you got to figure out how to incorporate, what's going on and what you do without compromising yourself. So as an artist, it's
That's
like
hard.
a really cool thing.
I mean, you're balancing and you're adjusting to each and every new change and genre and factor. So to still be popular and on top of it.
Yeah, and some things work. Some
I don't know how you do it.
You know?
Can you tell us your secret? Can you tell your viewers your secret?
Perseverance. You
Don't give up. Just believe in yourself.
You have to always think about the long term. I think a lot of people get caught up in the now. Oh, I have a hot TV show. I have a hot song out. I have a hot movie out. And they get so caught up in now, and they don't think about, okay, well, where am I now? Where do I want to be 10 years from now? Where do I want to be 10 years from there? And, that kind of lifelong longevity result really takes that kind of work. So I was on Cosby always thinking about when Cosby was going to be over. So that's part of, I've been able to work consistently and have a life and career beyond Cosby because I was planning on that during the show.
It was a pleasure meeting you. It was an honor speaking with you.
I know we weren't supposed to talk this long.
No, we weren't. I got in trouble. But it's okay. I mean, we gotta just do what we gotta do,
cool,
right?
It's like it felt like more conversation.
That's exactly what I want. I want a conversation, not an interview.
I'm Malcolm Jamal Warner, and I'm on the law carpet with my girl Kanika. What? We getting it in.
You know it, guys.